how to stay motivated, and what goes behind a powerful mindset. Motivation is a very important factor in one's life. It drives people to get a degree, a job, or climb Mount Everest. Motivation is what has been defining generations for centuries. This video will discuss 6 psychological factors behind the motivation that drives people. It'll also explain the reasons behind the power of motivation and provide valuable insights on how you can stay motivated. The psychology of motivation. We will talk about 6 things that psychology considers forces behind motivation. They are: money and rewards. Without money, people will lose the will to go to work every day. A hunger for money is something that motivates people to work very hard. Desire to be the best. When you want to reach the top, you let go of small pleasures to eventually have that one big satisfactory sigh. A desire to be the best pushes your limits and takes you out of your comfort zone, which means you're working harder than ever. Helping others, working on yourself to reach the top sounds all right to us. But when you want to lend a hand and help others in their journey, that teaches us a lot about the person you are. Power and fame. These 2 things can also be part of your motivating factors. Some might say that a drive for power and fame is harmful and does not serve you well, but we can hardly deny that it doesn't motivate anyone. Recognition. This is an important motivation. In today's world, people can easily recognize you without a definitive skill set, but that doesn't mean it will last long. Passion. Another important factor behind motivation. When you want to follow your passion, you become automatically interested in working hard. Motivation in psychology. Psychology defines motivation in 2 ways: intrinsic and extrinsic. Extrinsic motivation is doing an activity to attain an outcome, whereas intrinsic motivation is a drive for success that comes from the inside. Research states that only with intrinsic motivation can we get the best results. We need extrinsic motivation only to reach intrinsic motivation. Let us find out why motivation remains so powerful. Learning from failures and moving on. Without obstacles and failures, there's no progress. At every stage, you will face new obstacles. But obstacles mean success will only be right there at the end of the road. Only persistent people can overcome these obstacles and go to the end of the tunnel. You can beat obstacles in 2 ways. A. Learn from them. B. Move on. The latter might be tougher, but it's essential for future success. In sports, psychologists teach athletes to have a short memory, which helps them to forget and move on from past failures, working harder than ever. When you're intrinsically motivated, you are more involved in work and display greater responsibility. Take, for example, Jackie Robinson, the celebrated baseball player who was invited to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers. He was the first African American to play in Major League Baseball. However, Robinson was treated harshly by players both from his team and the opponent teams. In fact, he even received anonymous death threats. However, despite all the racial abuse, he kept doing what he did best, playing baseball. Eventually, the haters had to bow down before him. Learning is more effective when you're intrinsically motivated. Great teachers are known for their organizational skills, enthusiasm, and for taking care of students in and out of the classroom. But learning doesn't always depend on the teacher. The student is also responsible for his progress. A scientist like Albert Einstein wasn't good at studying in school. But that didn't stop him from becoming one of the 20th century's greatest scientists. People improve when they are intrinsically motivated. It isn't easy to achieve excellence without intrinsic motivation. When Jose Mourinho took to coaching Porto Football Club in 2002, it wasn't a European giant. It wasn't even among the top contenders for the European title. To everyone's surprise, Mourinho's Porto won the league title and UEFA Champions Trophy in the 2003-2004 season, which is still held as one of the greatest victories in the UEFA Champions League by a club and the rise of one of the greatest football coaches, Jose Mourinho. Getting through the grind. Intrinsically motivated means you will not rest till you get it done. There will be bad times and you will lose, but you keep working in the hope of turning it around someday. Novak Djokovic never gave up when he was going through a rough patch. He continued to grind and grind until he regained his form. Just look at his victory over Stefanos Tsitsipas in the 2021 French Open, which he won from 2 sets down, or his triumph over Matteo Berrettini in the 2021 Wimbledon, where he lost the first set. A great tennis player like Novak Djokovic is an ideal example of endurance and tenacity. We hope this helps you understand what kind of mindset you need to excel in life. Just remember to find your reason for motivation, which will surely guide you in your journey. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and let us know your thoughts in comments box.